you are gonna love this. Look at that, it's health in a bowl. And tastes so good. Howdy, I'm Stace, and if your crew loves chicken curry, I have a recipe that even if you've got wee little ones will absolutely love. Grab your slow cooker, subscribe here, and let's get cooking. So whenever I'm using my slow cooker, I kind of think of this idea. It's making up a freezer dump bag at the exact same time with the food that's going in there for the food to also go in here. What's the benefit of that? Well, baby, I can make one recipe and then I have a whole other one ready to go that I can handball into the freezer, and then another night I can pull out and I can cook fresh in my slow cooker. These are called freezer dump bags, and in my slow cooker course, I teach you how to make 7 of them in 1 hour. Yes, it is absolute heaven. I have these fancy little stickers that you can whack on them too, so that it can speed up this process. I've linked that below, but let's do this one. So the first thing you want to do is, if you don't have fancy pants stickers, that's okay, is you want to write on there what the recipe is. So this is chicken curry. Love it. And then the next bit you want to do, I'm just going to grab up my recipe here from my website, it's all linked below, is I want to figure out how long it's going to take to cook. So on low, it's 6 hours. On high, it's 3 hours. And I write both of those on my bag here because I'm not certain on that day how it's gonna run and how long, I wanna be cooking it for. And then I'm also gonna add on here, like if there's anything extra that I need to be adding in. So if there was things like broth, then I would write that on there. And you could even go ahead and put the to serve ingredients as well. So I'm gonna just write on there, sugar snap peas. And the reason that I do that is I often take these freezer dump bags away with me. If you follow me there on Insta, I'm Stacey Claire, a health coach over there as well. You will see that I love going to the snow with my family, and we stay in really budget accommodation. I take my slow cooker and I run it every single day. That way we get home off the slopes and we're gobbling up food, and I'm not going to the expense or the work of eating out. So I often take these freezer dump bags. I did the exact same thing when I went away a few weeks ago as well with family, and we went hiking. I just take that. So it's brilliant in the caravan too. So that's my reasoning to say, write as much on the bag as you like, or grab my slow cooker course where you've got the stickers. You'll love it. Okay, let's get going. I am going to start with some chicken. So you can beef this up to a full kilo, or you can bring it back down to half a kilo. The great thing about nearly every one of Stace's recipes is you can interchange things. So if you love chicken legs, drumsticks, do that. If you love thighs, do that. For us, we are a breast family, 100%. So I am literally, you can put them in this big. I like to keep my chicken quite large when I'm going in a slow cooker, because I find that if I pull it at the end, it's so brilliant and it's so much more soft. But you could put these all in. I'm cutting them down to be about the size of a chicken thigh. And then at the end, I'll be able to pull it, and oh my goodness, it will be so delicious. Just like that. How good does it feel when you just dump it in? I love it. Let's give this a clean off. The next bit is I'm going to do an onion. Each recipe calls for one. I have myself a little container here. And that's what I use for the peels. And I collect all of these peels and whack them in the freezer so that whenever I'm going to make broth out of leftover chicken bones, or I buy a carcass, I can put in these veg ends and it makes the broth taste delicious. Makes me have less waste. Love all of that. I'm just gonna prep the rest of the veg because I've got a cool little cutter. Don't you worry, I've linked it below, and it makes cutting up all this veg an absolute cinch. So we've got a carrot in each, and we've also got a baby eggplant. So instead of grabbing a baby eggplant, I grabbed a really decent sized one, and I'm just chopping him in half. In with our carrot, in with our garlic, and then in with the eggplant. gonna do the little old same here to the dump bag too. So, what was that, like 12 seconds? The best. I need about a tablespoon of ginger. I've got some in a jar, and this one has no crazy bits in it. Oh my God, I love it. It is the honest to goodness brand. So in we go there. We need a tablespoon of curry powder. Tablespoon curry powder there. 2 teaspoons turmeric. A teaspoon of fennel. The smell already, just like this is gonna be so good. A teaspoon of mustard seeds. And I'd say probably about 20 curry leaves. You can do these fresh or dried, and they just add so much flavor. And you can go ahead and fish them out, but you can actually also eat them. My kids eat them, and we kind of giggle if we find them and we're like, oh, you won the jackpot, you got the leaves. So feel free to spill that one as well. A good teaspoon and a half, like I do at a heat, of salt and half a teaspoon of pepper. Next thing we need to do is a cup of desiccated coconut. Now, this one is quite cool because it gives it such a coconutty taste, obviously, but what it does is it thickens it and it gives it really good texture. This recipe I have been making, I looked at it, I started making it in 2018. So that's when I had 2 kids, and one of them was 1 and one of them was 3. And this was such a good intro for them to have spices without having heat. So if you and I are a little bit the same and you're like, oh, I just want to put in lots and lots of different flavors for them, you'll love it. And especially if your babe is like 60 plus as well. Well, my babe is 40 plus. He's probably my trickiest, my husband. And this, like, he absolutely loves it. It's so good. Okay, and then in with another cup there, cup here. Some tomatoes. So you could use some fresh, or what I'm doing is I've got some gorgeous cherry tomatoes in a tin. I'm just gonna use one of those, or you can use 2 fresh, like big tomatoes. Why am I saying that instead of passata? I'm wanting you to get some texture in here, right? Like I want you to eat this curry and be like, wow, it's not slop, like this is delish, right? 200 mils of coconut milk. And would you look at this? This is made, this tin for dump bags, because it's 400 mils. I can just half it. I'm gonna just give it a stir. In with half there. Oh yeah, that's perfect. And in with half here. Oh, God, look at the colors. I'm very happy about this. Seriously, smell a gram. Like, I promise you, you're gonna turn this on and just be like, what? Look at how fancy this curry is. This is gonna be nuts. It is. It's going to be absolutely nuts. You are gonna love it. Oh my gosh, babes, we have done it. We have done it. Yes! 3 hours on high. And this one, I'm just gonna seal up. So to seal it up, kind of double it over and then give it a little zoomy along there. And what you're just trying to do, sweetheart, is make sure that all of the air is out. Lay it flat, high five yourself, get that in the freezer. Holy dooly, it is smelling good in here, and I know it's because of this guy, my curry chicken. Holy moly, the color. Yes! What I've got to do now is I need to shred the chicken. Now, you might be old school style and be like, Stace, I can do that in the bowl. I don't want to make another one dirty. It's going to shred. Like, look at this. It is going to shred so easy. But I like to just do it in a separate container here, just to make sure it's really lovely and thin and that I haven't forgotten any bits of it. So I'm just fishing out those chicken breasts. This could be a time too, Dylan, that if you wanted to be getting out any of those curry leaves, but you and I are probably the same and are just like, you know what? It just adds texture. It just makes it delicious. So I'm just gonna, leave them on in there. Okay. 2 forks. Let's go to Shred Town. It just shreds so easy. Now that chicken is so perfectly done. Of course, if you were doing one that had the chicken bone in it, just keep those bones to the side. Check out my other recipe, I'll link it below, of how you can turn it into broth. But now is the time to get this chicken back in our cooker. We want to finish this off with some green. I mean, come on, it's Stace. Of course there's going to be some green on there. So I just slice lengthways some sugar snap peas. Look at those. And also a little bit of almonds on top. Oh, this is exciting. Now I've got some gorgeous rice. Oh, I feel like people need to sing, don't they? When you see this, holy moly. And then these almond slithers. It's such a great way to add some beautiful texture. Look at that. Oh man. I cannot wait to hear what you think of this. You have to make it and come back and tell me and just be like, Stace, I understand that look that you did. It's next level. It is so delicious. It feels like it's been cooking for 83 days and it hasn't. It's been cooking for 4 hours. Make sure you are subscribed here. Give this one a like and let me know after you've made it how much you love it. And if you're loving all of my slow cooker recipes, do the course. I pull all of these recipes together for you into a meal plan with a shopping list so you can scoot around the supermarket and spend less and also make them into freezer dump bags. Yo!